Hey guys, Enigma MC here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be rating Minecraft traps with D&D alignments. Alright, how we're going to do this is the traps are going to be rated chaotic to lawful based on how well hidden they are, and good to evil based on how much they hurt you. Here is the first trap, what I like to call the idiot trap. Now, the idiot trap is probably the oldest Minecraft trap ever recorded. It's simply four open iron doors surrounding a pressure plate with a block on top of it. Anyway, this trap is known as the idiot trap for one very specific reason, because only an idiot would fall for it. Luckily for you guys, I'm eccentric, I'm stupid, I'm Enigma. And there we go, we've fallen for the trap. Alright, there's no way we can escape without breaking the trap. Of course, that isn't too hard, it's just iron doors and a pressure plate and a block. But luckily for me, I don't have to break the trap, because I can phase through solid objects. There we go, and we're back. This trap isn't devious at all, it can't hurt you in any way, and it also is very obvious. So therefore, this trap gets the rating of lawful good. On to the next trap. This trap, I believe, appeared in an official Minecraft guide at some point. It is known as the TNT trap. And you'll see why soon enough. Let me just go into survival mode quick. And here we are. We're about to break our first tree. And when we break the bottom block, oh no, it's TNT! How could I see that coming? And we're dead. Now, normally, I would rate a trap that kills you evil. However, this uses fused TNT, or block TNT, which doesn't, I mean, it technically killed me, but it gives you more than enough time to run away. And so even though this trap kills you, I'm going to rate it chaotic neutral because of how well hidden it is. Anyway, on to the next trap. This trap is one of my own design, actually. You can have a look at it. It uses a pufferfish. And this one is pretty brutal. But you need to come at it from this specific angle. And walk up here. You fall into lava and die. It's very simple. I don't actually give a name to. It only works once because the pufferfish and the string, it's weird. You need to replace the string each time. But it's completely hidden. It's like the skull trap I showed in that one meme, but we're not in the snapshot, so we won't have to worry about seeing that. And it kills you. I'm going to say any trap that uses lava kills you, even though lava is very survivable with the right stuff. So, with that in mind, I give this the rank of chaotic evil. This trap is pretty fancy. It's got a pretty fancy carpet. Probably the most fancy carpet you can build in Minecraft because it uses signs on the side. But if you open this chest and you see sub to Enigma Mark III in there, it breaks. And you die. It simply was a trick with signs and pistons. Because if we place a sign right on this piston, when we open the chest and close it again, the piston closes for just a second. Just one tick, and that's all it takes to completely destroy everything. This trap gets the rank of neutral evil. Because, in fairness, this could be a place that would appear in a normal room, although it does look pretty suspicious, I'm going to be honest. It's pretty close to lawful evil. This trap is not actually a trap at all, it's just a normal door. Ah! Oh my gosh. The arrow missed again. It was supposed to kill this horse, but sometimes the horse just dodges. That's the sound you were supposed to hear. But that's okay. It's still the old jump scare trap. Old as time itself. Well, as old as slime blocks. Anyway. But yeah, it just is an armor stand that jumps out at you. It's pretty scary if you aren't prepared for it. But if you are prepared for it, like me, it's not so bad. I rate this trap neutral good, because you could disguise it as a normal house with a weird door, but those don't appear in nature, so it doesn't get the rank of chaotic good. This trap, this one is a sneaky one because it's a hole full of cobwebs hidden by flowers. If you're paying attention, you can easily see and avoid this, but if you're not paying attention, it's pretty easy to fall into. And if you do fall into it, well, I hope you like sitting around, because that's what you're going to be doing for the next few hours. Yeah. This trap is devastating. One could give this the rank of chaotic evil to neutral good. I personally think that it is neutral evil because those cobwebs, although they technically will never kill you, you will be there for who knows how long, just in agony as you're trying to get out. Unless you have a sword, of course, or shears, because then it'll just take a few minutes. This one is like a parkour. So if we go into survival really quick, we can make this jump. It's pretty easy. Wait, what? That's right, it's a simple tripwire trick. How it works is, when you go through that tripwire, it pushes up those blocks from the bottom. Since they're gravity blocks, it can do that. And it blocks you from completing the parkour. Now, it's not the hardest thing to avoid. If you just prepare for it, you can easily get past it. But still, if you aren't prepared for it, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So I give it the rank of lawful evil. You need a pickaxe for this one. All you do is mine the gold ore, and you're barraged by arrows for a little bit until the lava turns off the device. This trap is very well hidden. You will not see it coming unless you're prepared for it. Or you block off the lava and you see the dispensers that are down here. But either way, I still think it's a really well hidden trap. I think it is worthy of the rank chaotic neutral, because it's not going to kill you. Like, arrows from dispensers don't do enough damage. I'm wearing no armor, and I'm only down 2 hearts from this. It did get me a bit lower earlier, but yeah, that's it. That's all the trap did, despite wearing no armor. So if someone's wearing any armor at all, they're going to be perfectly fine. This trap is simple. All it is a book attached to a lectern. Now, this is the bookie book. It likes being a book, and it is a book. But the more we read, the angrier this book gets. And everyone knows an angry book starts to fizzle, sizzle, and then explode. All it does is drop TNT on you. It's not really that big a deal. I give it the rank lawful neutral because, again, like I said with the TNT trap, regular TNT probably won't kill you. It's very obvious it's coming. It fizzles and sizzles for like a minute before it explodes. Well, not a minute, 3 seconds, which is more than enough time for anyone competent to run away. Except in one trap, which we'll get to that. We're here at a new trap. This trap is very, very similar to the TNT trap. Very similar. Uncannily similar, even. But when we break this block, we're treated to this beautiful, beautiful noise. And by beautiful, I mean it brings agony to my ears. It's just stop. Like I said, this trap isn't even hard to disarm. All you do is place the block back and you're good. But for those few seconds, it is annoying. That's all this trap does, is annoy you, really. It easily gets the rank of chaotic good. This trap, you probably already know what this is. This is the TNT landmines trap. You break the block, and it turns into TNT, and you fall in. This trap probably will kill you because you won't be able to escape. Because the TNT traps you in a hole because it turns into a non-solid block. So it gets the rank of, I'll be generous and say neutral evil. Although it probably should get lawful evil because I mean, it's just pressure plates on gravel in the middle of nowhere. You're not going to fall for that. But still, it could be decently camouflaged, I guess. So, neutral evil. Now this trap is very evil, but it isn't that dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous, but only if we fall in. And as you see, falling in isn't hard, even if you want to. That's why I didn't bother giving this a really cool entrance, because it's not going to work often. But if we do fall in, it kills us pretty quickly. As you see, it uses entity cramming, which kills slightly faster than lava, even though its damage, I think, is a bit less than it was in 1.15. This trap I've built myself, and I've named it the trash compactor. Because it will compact you down into this composter and then kill you. Now, it isn't really that likely that you'll fall in, but if you do, armor won't save you, because I believe not even protection protects you from entity cramming damage. It's just a high damage trap, but a very low likelihood that you'll fall into it. And I found out that if you don't use the composter, it makes the entity cramming do way less damage. It's still really cool, though. I give it the rank Lawful Evil. Now this trap, you've probably heard this trap going off because it's powered by a blaze. But let's say we're walking through the desert. Oh hey, there's a blaze here. I wonder what it's doing. Oh, what's that sound? Ah! And there is no escape. I think, nope, you can't even tell where we were. There was, yeah. It gets the rank of neutral evil because once the blaze sees you, it's over. And you can hide this blaze like 30 blocks away. Their follow range is really good. Unfortunately, I only made 10 by 10 areas to display the traps, so I couldn't make it that big. This trap is the one I am very impressed with myself with. I came up with it myself. It actually uses a pretty ingenious mechanic, which I'll show you later. Now, these are just two ordinary beds. You can break them. You can see they're not hooked up to anything. And this room is nicely decorated. But if you try to sleep in one, well, then you die. Well, not this one. This one specifically. Let's see how it works. We go to sleep in the bed, and we just blow to smithereens. It's really that simple. And here is the secret to how it works, a villager. Now this villager is right next to this bed. He could sleep at it at any time, and it's hooked up to an observer, so it'll cause everything to explode when he sleeps in it. But he doesn't want to sleep in this bed. He wants to sleep in that bed, because that's the one he's bound to. And he thinks, because of these trapdoors, he can reach it. However, unless he's unbound from the bed, by either you breaking it or you sleeping in it, he's not going to sleep in this bed. Hey, look, the villager survived. That's nice. Lawful, not lawful neutral, lawful evil. Because this trap will kill you. There's no doubt about it, unless you're wearing like good armor. Because it uses TNT minecarts to explode instantly. But it's pretty obvious. There's another one that's obvious. It puts a pumpkin on your head. That's all it does. It uses door pressure plates to put a pumpkin on your head. This is another lawful good trap. But it's probably the most diabolical lawful good trap. I can't take it off. There's only one way. I really wish I used this trap afterwards. Now this trap doesn't kill you, so it's technically lawful good. Actually, lawful neutral. We'll bump it down a rank because it is kind of annoying. This one, though, this is the most devastating trap there is. It's an obsidian box portal. And guess what? You can't even use commands to get out of this. I'm mashing the slash button right now. I can't access my chat, so I can't access commands. So even I have to break out of this manually. Now, mathematically speaking, it takes around 4 minutes to break a block of obsidian by hand, which means it takes 8 minutes to break out of this trap, unless you break one of the sides. In which case it'll only take 4 for me, because I can access commands once the portal closes. So we're going to do that really quick. Oh my gosh, it's finally over. I turned on F1 so you could actually see for the end there, but oh my gosh. Actually, no, we'll just kill ourselves. Because that's the only way out of the Nether. This was the only portal and we just destroyed it. Oh my gosh, that is pain. But it still technically doesn't kill you, so I can't give it evil. I'm going to give it chaotic good, because it technically doesn't kill you. This is just a fun minecart adventure. I wanted to give us a break. You see, it doesn't really go anywhere. All it does is go to this grave, which is our grave, because it's actually a trap. Yes, it exploits an interesting Minecraft mechanic, that when you're driving down the path, it pulls you down and then kills you. Because minecarts will snap down to a rail if they're less than 1 block above it. And since soul sand is technically less than 1 block, by a very slight margin, then that means that the minecart will land on the soul sand, clip down to the rail, and then drive into the lava. It's pretty ingenious if you ask me. So yeah, I think this trap is gonna be neutral evil from me. This trap isn't really much of a trap. It was designed by Sethbling to be an undisarmable bomb. And guess what? It still works. Sethbling designed it like 10 years ago, and it still works perfectly. It's great. Of course, this thing is an actual pain to build. If I show you the inside, you will see there is a lot of pistons. And that's how this trap works, you see, because all these pistons, they're powered, right? I mean, they look powered, but the thing is, they're not actually powered. They all think they're powered. So when you update any of them by trying to break into this device from any direction, all of them retract, and one of them just so happens to be hooked up to an observer with a TNT. Now, there is one way, one very specific way to disarm it. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm going to link Sethbling's video in the description, and you'll have to watch it to figure it out. But if you essentially reverse the process you used to build it, because there's also a very specific way to build this, you can't just place the pistons in, then you can disarm the bomb without, it blowing up. But any other method will result in an explosion. See, just breaking in, it results in a big ol' kaboom. But it's not likely to kill you since you're already so far away from it. You'll have to walk into the explosion, which, I don't see anyone doing. So, I'm going to give it the rating of neutral, because theoretically, if you were dumb enough, you could kill yourself with it, or you could put more TNT in it. I'm giving it the rank of lawful neutral. This one uses an observer trapped bed, which you can see relatively easily, but it still can catch you off guard. Anyway, we're going to just take a little nap and see what happens. Hopefully nothing too bad. Hopefully we don't die. Oh look, we didn't die. But now we're trapped forever. This is the unescapable trap. Built by log.zip around 8 years ago, I want to say. I haven't really watched his content that much since. Yeah, 8 years ago, I think, is when he designed this thing. And I had to redesign it to work in the current version. So I used ancient debris. And that is the very, very big downside with building this trap in a survival world. Is these pretty much need to be ancient debris. All of the blocks that are ancient debris have to be ancient debris, or obsidian. But the ones being pushed by a piston do have to be ancient debris. Now you need the blocks here because of a glitch. You see, when the piston is pushing the blocks, you can technically mine through them, allowing you to break this redstone or this log and get out of the trap. But other than that, hold on. Let me just turn it off here. it's completely inescapable, save for a few things. So we're going to go back to sleep in this trap. And it'll push us back down into the... What the heck? This is supposed to work. Come on. So we're back in the trap again. And as you can see, we have tools this time. Efficiency 5 netherite tools and an efficiency 5 gold pickaxe. So we're going to try to break out of this. Nothing. We're not even so much as making a dent in this trap. No matter which way we look, no matter what we do try to do, all we can do is damage our pick. And I'll explain why later. That's it. None of these tools will work. Except perhaps the gold pickaxe. Now I haven't tested this. Nope. Not even the gold pickaxe can do anything. This gold pickaxe was our best shot out. Now, there is actually a way you can destroy the trap, and that is if you have an efficiency 5 netherite or faster pickaxe, as well as haste 2. But this is only damaging our pickaxe. This isn't actually getting us anywhere close to getting out. Ender pearls, on the other hand, you can glitch out. Now, I'm not very good at this, so I'll probably just kill myself. There we go. But you can glitch out with ender pearls if you know what you're doing. It's still really hard and unrecommended. But, oh yeah, the trap's on, so it won't actually let me go inside. Now that we're back in the trap, it's time to show you its hard counter, which is, of course, chorus fruit. If we just eat one chorus fruit, we're out. That's it. It completely defeats the trap. Back when log.zip built this in its heyday, it could not be escaped because chorus fruit wasn't in the game yet. And these are why you could damage your pickaxes, because when you face through the pistons, you could break these, but nothing else. You should probably make this ancient debris too, but I don't really... You need to hit at such a precise angle in order to get this, and you're never going to get that normally. But yeah, unescapable trap for the most part, unless they have chorus fruit, ender pearls, or are under the effect of haste 2 and have efficiency 5 tools. I rate this trap true neutral, because it does hurt you on the way down, but it's not meant to kill you. It's meant to do something far worse. And someone could fall for that bed thing. It's not the most obvious thing. It probably is deserving of a lawful neutral, but I'm going to give it a rank of true neutral, because we haven't seen true neutral yet. And now for the final trap. It's not actually a trap. It's just a lever that'll get you to subscribe to me. It's a lever that you pull for subscribe. No! It is a trap. We're stuck in the hole now. Whatever you want to put at the bottom of the hole, it's fine. Personally, I think that piston trap doors are best for secret entrances and not traps. But we'll probably go over secret entrances another time. Anyway, this is the trap. It's a very simple trap. It's just a piston trap door. It's probably one of the most simple redstone creations there is. But it has this trip where if the lever is on, it powers everything, closing the trap door. And when the lever is off, it opens it. So if you break the lever, it opens the trap door as well, which is pretty nice if they try to outsmart the trap. But yeah, I give it the rank of lawful neutral, because it could be anything. And that's all of them. All 20 traps done and dusted. My personal favorite is still this one because of how interesting it uses the villager's AI to its favor. Followed by this one, because it was made back in the good old days of YouTube. But that is it. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button so I know to make more videos like this. Till then, I'm Enigma MC, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.